Welcome back, everybody. This is episode number 11 of Lee County Unscripted. Today, we are here with Bree Henricks with Lennar Homes. Bree, welcome. Thank you so much for coming on this episode.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we have done a couple deals with Bree in the past, and you are at Tucker's Cove in Babcock Ranch.
Yep.
And how long have you been up there at Tucker's Cove?
I actually just got moved there in March. So not too long, but been with Lennar for like 7 years.
7 years. Okay.
I've bounced around to a few communities.
But tell us, well, there's so many questions, but let's talk about Tucker's Cove.
Yes.
That is the albatross of Lennar products right now.
Correct. Yep. It's the most money we've spent on a amenity center other than a golf course, of course.
Right.
In Southwest Florida. It's going to be like the epitome of resort style living.
What is in the amenities for Lennar?
So we're known as like
Tucker's
the water park community, but we're going to be so much more than that. But essentially the biggest draw is the multiple water slides, the splash pad, lazy river, and like a bunch of different pools. Water park inspired is kind of like the drive, but so much more going in. We've got like every sports court you can think of. We've got pickleball covered and uncovered, basketball covered and uncovered.
Oh, okay. So they're going to have covered ones.
Yes. Yeah. So not like air conditioned, but we'll have like the roll down.
You won't be baking in the sun.
Correct. And you can still play if it's raining. Huge state-of-the-art fitness facility going in. We've got a mini golf course going, or mini putt-putt, you know, a kayak launch, Luau Beach, which will be like a sanded area with beach volleyball, cornhole, little tiki area, restaurant, bar.
Yep.
Multiple restaurants.
That's a big one.
Yep. Coffee shop, which will also have like ice cream, grab and go sandwiches. I mean, Disney World for adults and kids, I guess.
Well, I was going to say, when you say water park, it really makes people think, oh, this is such a kids community. There's going to be a ton of kids, when in actuality, it's all ages. But what is the demographic that you're seeing there?
Definitely families. So we have homes with 5-6 bedrooms. Definitely a lot of families. But that's, like you said, like it's not just for kids.
Duck.
It's for dogs too. I forgot the dog water. We have 2 doggy parks.
You have 2 doggy parks, Duck, where you can go visit?
So definitely a lot of families, but we're also seeing a lot of second homes, people that are coming to Babcock and really want to utilize all of the amenities without having to leave. A lot of people are moving from places that were like devastated by different hurricanes and things. You don't have to worry about that in Tucker's Cove or Babcock in general. So that's been a lot of people moving in. But we also have a lot of move up families. We have a lot of retirees as well that want like their grandkids to come visit.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
It's a big draw. So really all ages. And we will be having a lot more than just like kids activities. So.
Oh. Yeah, because whenever I'm out selling real estate with people, it's always talking about the guest rooms and who's going to come to visit and who's going to come at which times. And, you know, do we need 2 rooms if, you know, the 2 kids come and at the same time or this and that. So that is a huge draw for retirees when they're looking down here.
Yeah. And they're like, I want my grandkids to come visit. I don't want them to be bored. They will not be bored there. That's for sure.
And when are the amenities projected to be completed there? Because I know they're under construction right now after we last visited.
Yeah. So our goal and plan is to have them open for season 2027. So what we're saying to everybody is the estimated completion date on the whole project is late 2026. A lot of the sports courts and things are already done. Can't use them because of construction in the area, obviously, but we're rolling and we're, you know, on schedule for the plans and everything that we were given. Shipwreck Tavern just broke ground this month, the beginning of this month, which is like the largest scale. It's like literally a pirate ship restaurant and bar. So
awesome.
That's already rolling. And I think that the end of 2026 is realistic.
That's awesome. As long as there's no hurricanes that come through and delay materials.
Yes.
But other than that,
exactly.
Yes. Now, for the amenities, is there extra fees? Like if you want to take a guest with you, if you want to use the putt-putt versus like this or that.
Yeah, you're paying for access to the entire place. So no, long story short, if once, you know, your HOA fees are going to cover you and your guests and bringing people in and enjoying those amenities. However, you will need to live in the community to, you know, access those amenities. There's a lot of speculation that it could essentially be open to the public. And as of right now, of course, things could change. But as of right now, we've been told these are 100% exclusive amenities for the residents in Tucker's Cove.
That's a huge draw because what happens if everybody starts buying day passes and you as a resident can't have a seat? You're going to get very frustrated that you just built a brand new house and you're not getting to use your amenities.
Yep. So that's the plan. Be exclusive for the residents. I mean, we are putting in 2,300 homes just in Tucker's Cove. So, you know, there'll be a lot of people and things. I don't see any reason why we'd need to open it up to the world.
And it's very common to do that when you have a golf course because a golf course is completely different than, you know, a smaller sized amenity center than an entire sprawling golf course.
Exactly.
Not that your amenities are going to be small, but it's still a significantly smaller square footage. And they'll do that with the golf courses. I know Lennar has done that in the past with their golf courses.
But
open
they do
them up
end
to
up
the public.
privatizing.
They do. Yep.
Eventually. So
they end up closing them off and you gotta, you know someone to get in there.
Yep.
How big is Tucker's Cove going to be residential wise? How many units?
2,300 front doors. Well, just under, but you know,
2,300. So what is that like 2 people, 2.5 people per house? I guess you
math.
Yeah. It'd be like over 5,000 people in the community. So you're going to have your mix of retirees, children, and you know, having the Babcock Ranch school right there is amazing. So nice. And they're just going to have to keep building more onto that because people are flooding there with kids. We have a lot of friends from the Cape Coral area that are moving out to
Babcock.
There's
a ton of people from
because
Cape.
they're just done with that whole thing. And then the draw for them is my kid can ride their bike to school. I can drive a golf cart to school. Like, let's talk about the golf cart aspect of the whole community.
Yeah.
You know, because we're going to talk about Tucker's Cove, but this also encompasses Babcock Ranch, which Lennar is a huge presence in Babcock Ranch.
Yeah.
The golf cart brigade or whatever you want to call it.
Like taking it to Starbucks or taking it grocery shopping or to Marshall's. Like, that's so cool.
The Marshall's. That had me cracking up the other day when I popped into Marshall's. Golf carts all lined up in the parking spots.
Yeah. Or like Publix having its own like area for golf cart parking.
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny.
And so Babcock Ranch is, for viewers that don't know, Babcock Ranch is going to be self-sustaining city. They are going to have all the amenities you can think of. Currently, right now, they have restaurants, they have a wellness center, shopping, retail, restaurants, things like that. The big things that they're bringing in is hospitals, FGCU, satellite schools. They have their own school now. They'll probably make it even bigger or maybe have to do another one. I don't know because there's going to be so many kids in there. They have one Publix. I think they're slated for three in total.
Yeah.
And their new kind of like center would be in Midtown, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're like, we've got like B Street coming. We've got like, there's a whole new like showcase complex that's like almost done. That'll have a bunch of new stores and things like that. And then like every day I hear of a new restaurant or something.
Yeah. The big question is, when is Target going in?
Right?
That's what everybody wants to know. When is Target going in? Like that could help.
Or like a Costco would be great.
Oh gosh. A
Something
Costco.
like that.
Something large.
It's only a matter of time.
But Lee County has plans to do, you know, because Punta Gorda and Lee County share a county line. A majority of Babcock Ranch is in Punta Gorda.
Yeah.
A small portion is in Lee County. Lee County is slated to do some larger things south of North River Road. Warehouse-wise, rumors are Sam's Club or a Walmart or something large on the corner there, but God only knows. But they are widening the road.
I was just going to say that. Like one of the big, like, I guess, pushback things I get is like Babcock's in the middle of nowhere and like, you know, it takes a while to get there if there's traffic. Well, that with the widening of the road will really help because right now it's true. There's only that one, like 31 in and out, but widening that, if there is traffic, it'll definitely increase or decrease your travel time. If you're, you know, if you work in Fort Myers, if you work in Cape, if you work in Naples, because once you get on the highway.
Yeah. And there's two exits for the highway. You have Palm Beach Road and you have Bayshore. Bayshore, they're going to widen. I just looked at the plans for that. They're going to widen that. But also they're turning 31 into 6 lanes south. And then they're going to have flyovers coming from 31 south to east on Palm Beach. So it's going to be huge. Like they know what they're doing. It's just going to take a couple years, but then it'll be easy peasy getting in and out of there.
Yeah. And what I always tell people that are coming in, they're like, oh, we'll probably just wait until there's more out here. I'm like, you can wait till there's more out here, but you're not going to get
these prices.
Exactly. These incentives, these prices. Tucker's Cove, especially, we have a very limited amount of preserve home sites. And like right now you're able to pick from some really nice spots. Whereas like if you're waiting down the line, who knows what will actually be like available or the price.
And you also have to talk about how not every lot can take every home.
Yeah, actually, we just had like a big email thing go out where we are actually adding in 2 new products to Tucker. Like, we're going to have everything. If you want to live in Babcock and you want a resort style living, definitely come see me or come see one of the sales agents in Tucker's Cove, hopefully me, because I'm going to have a floor plan and a price point for like anybody that wants to be in there.
Okay, so you're getting new floor plans.
We're getting new floor plans. We're getting the State Series, which is like big homes, 4,000 square feet homes, like, you know, really big lots. And then we're also getting what's called Lennar's Core Series, which are like smaller, better price points. The HOA fees will be a little bit lower too. We'll be having villas, townhomes, the smaller Core Series, and then 2-car garage, 3-car garage, and then our big estate series. So I'm gonna have anything price points from 250,000 all the way up to, you know, whatever the estate series comes in at.
Yeah, I mean, just the area alone is beautiful up there. You know, it's quiet.
Not in a flood zone.
Not in a flood zone. Yes, your new construction homes will not be in a flood zone. That's a huge thing. I mean, right now I have a house we have listed and the flood insurance is transferable, which is great, but it's still $4,000 a year. So add that on to your mortgage, it becomes a lot.
The feeling of knowing that something could happen. Like, it's something a lot of people are just, they're done with it, or they're, you know, seeing the stories online. They're moving from up north. If you're coming into Babcock Ranch, it's one thing you can just kind of like relax about. You know, we're so far off the Gulf that you shouldn't have to worry about like a
major surge
or
coming
anything
in.
like that.
And hurricanes can hit anywhere.
Correct.
But
the flooding.
But also Lennar is building to the code that needs to be built to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know,
impact glass on everything.
I was just going to say impact glass is huge. For people that don't know, impact glass means no shutters. Like, you don't ever have to put shutters on your home. You just close your doors and a hurricane can come through and you're fine. You're good. One of the main draws for a lot of my clients is the school systems. And I would have to like dive deeper into it because we're not in that school system. It's a Charlotte County public school. So it's not like it's a private school where you have to pay for it.
Right.
It's a public school with state-of-the-art facilities. Brand new, everything. Yes, everything. And now they're just starting to get like sports going and things like that. So it'll come a long ways.
I actually just got that question. They're like, I had a dad come in. He's like, how's the football team? And I was like, I don't know.
I think last year was
exactly.
It's just
I'm like, be on the ground floor.
Yes,
like, you know,
but ground floor for everything. So pricing, like you talked about, like get in early. Either see Bree or come to us. Yes. We have incentives that we can offer our clients and that we want to pass on to them. So it's come to us. We'll give you the knowledge of the area, plus you'll have the knowledge of Tucker's Cove. Yeah, the combination, you know, would be unstoppable basically for selling real estate up there because there's so much to offer.
We just released like an AI video of those amenities, and it's
we'll put a link for that.
Cool. Yeah, because that's going to be like, you know, probably the biggest draw to living in the specific community of Tucker's Cove. But as you were saying, like Babcock Ranch has so much to offer as a whole.
Price wise, it's affordable. If you're looking at places in Fort Myers, they're going to be slightly older, but you're going to be closer to town.
Yeah.
And Babcock Ranch, you're going to get brand new. You're a little further out, but eventually you will be in town because it's going to be its own town.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to have,
exactly.
When you talk, it's going to have a 180 bed hospital, you know, right there in town. So 10 minutes to a hospital from anywhere in Babcock Ranch.
We have our own fire station already.
Correct. Yeah.
And it's just growing by the day.
And every Friday night, there's Food Truck Friday, and every Saturday. And then there's a farmer market on Sunday. So it's becoming its own town. I'm sure they're going to call it Babcock Ranch someday instead of Punta Gorda.
Yeah.
I have a feeling.
Yeah, I think that that's in the works right now, actually. But the other cool thing that I always say, especially with people moving from different areas of the country, where they're like, oh, we don't really know anybody, or we, you know, the cool thing about Babcock Ranch is everybody is new.
Yes.
It's a brand new town. No one's lived there longer than, you know, I think it was like 2016 when the first houses were done or something. Yep. So like everybody in there is new and everybody wants to make friends. There's like a really
super social.
Yeah. There's really good like mom groups or groups for everything, really. Yep. You're wanting to move to Florida and you want to make friends and you want community.
Yes.
A sense of community. Like Babcock Ranch is the way to go for sure.
Yeah, I've had people looking as far south as Naples, and then they come up to Babcock Ranch and they're like, oh, I didn't even know this existed.
Exactly.
It's further away from the beaches.
Yes, it is.
But for a reason, you're away from flood zones. You know, you're more inland.
And that's why I think Lennar was smart to bring like a water inspired community, a lot of outdoor activities, really like an active lifestyle community, because a lot of people moving to Florida want that. And we're giving you that without having to go directly to the beach like every day, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be cool.
And you know the Lennar product in and out because you've worked for them for 7 years. Where did you start off with them?
Copper Oaks and Estero, which was like a slam dunk to like that community. The people that bought from us, they got such a great area before it was a great area.
Before it blew up.
Exactly.
Because you guys were like on the outskirts. They're like, oh, that's kind of far out in Estero, right?
No, actually, Copper Oaks is like right. Well, I guess it was out there at that time.
What's the golf course way out there?
Bonita National. Actually, I also worked in Bonita Landing, same thing. And people were like, this is kind of far. And now I'm like, no, that's inland, you know? So I feel like that's kind of, I mean, new construction, there's only so many places you can build.
You got to keep going east.
Exactly. But I know that this will be the same thing. 5-6 years from now, people are going to be like, dang, I wish I would have gotten in then.
Yeah. So, I mean, you have the experience to tell them, hey, like, I've seen this before. This is how it works. This is how it goes. This is a trend I've always seen.
Yeah.
You get in early, and, we've had close friends buy in there, get in really early and smart about it with incentives and things that they can offer to you that, not your average resale can offer, because their resale, they have a mortgage to pay off, things like that. Exactly. With a builder like Lennar, you can offer incentives that other people can't. And then that helps with the bottom dollar.
Yeah. Our biggest things are, for some people, we can pay all of their closing costs. Obviously, depends on the type of financing you're getting, but we also have interest rate buy downs. Like one of my clients, a townhome with a 3.99% interest rate.
Wow.
Like it's a, adjustable rate mortgage, but for 5 years, you're going to be at 3.99%. It's her first home. She's ecstatic.
Yeah. So you're watching that interest rate,
Exactly.
and when it comes down, you're going to refinance for sure.
As far as incentives go, I think Lennar is notorious for giving great incentives. We work well with realtors. So, I mean,
very realtor friendly. That's how we met.
Yeah.
So what is one thing that you, as like somebody that would go live there, not that you live there, but what is one thing that sticks out to Tucker's Cove that you would say, this is it for me? Like, this is the one thing that somebody would fall in love with in the community.
I mean, definitely just, again, like I've already said, the sense of community, but as far as the amenities go, I think the vibe will be like I feel like I'm on vacation every day.
That's a good one. Cause that's what we have friends from Massachusetts that are looking at Tucker's Cove and they're like, it would be like we're on vacation all the time. I go, yeah, but you also still have to work.
Yeah.
Like, don't forget that part. Like, you're still gonna have to work.
But when you're not, you can feel like you're on vacation.
But they're like, this is the most ideal. We get palm trees. We're not, close to the coast, but we can still go to the beach.
It feels like you're at the beach every day. And then I don't have kids yet, but I get this like reaction a lot from parents. Like, can you imagine like growing up in a water park?
No.
Like for us, it's like, that'd be insane.
And it's all year round.
Exactly.
Like,
yes.
Up in New England, you get your pool for a couple months out of the year. Down here, it's all year round, your resort style living and having fun. In my opinion, like I could see myself like taking the golf cart, like going down to the what is it? The pirate ship?
Tavern.
The Shipwreck Tavern, grabbing a cocktail, cruising through.
Lazy
with
river
the dog,
it up.
grab the dogs after, cruise the neighborhood. Because you could drive your golf cart all over that neighborhood.
Yep.
Plus, they're legal inside the Babcock Ranch community. So then you can scoot down if you have friends or anything. Because there's other communities out there that don't offer amenities like that are just literally just your home and maybe a small swimming pool, but you don't have that sense of community that Tucker's Cove has to offer.
Yeah. And that is, really what we're trying to get everybody on board with, is just like, meeting your neighbors, knowing, friends, kids knowing each other, like really that sense of community. It's not even done yet. Like I said, we just broke ground on Shipwreck Tavern, but we have multiple community events already, bringing the neighbors together and everything at like our model homes and things.
Okay.
Like we've got 3 in September coming up.
That's awesome.
So we're already trying to get that sense of community rolling, and when the amenities open up, it's just going to be like crazy.
Yeah.
in the best way.
It's going to be exciting up there. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. We really, really appreciate it and your insight into Tucker's Cove and Babcock Ranch. And if you guys have any questions about Babcock Ranch or Tucker's Cove, please reach out to us, Blue Line Realty, swfl.com, or you can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all those websites. Just message us there, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.